Beerus and Goku have both reached the peak of their powers. Utilizing Ultra Instinct with his Super Saiyan 4 form, Goku has a new ultimate form, while Beerus has also unlocked a new power for himself. And now, a final battle commences between the two. Who will come out victorious? The strongest god of destruction in the multiverse, or the strongest mortal in the multiverse? Find out all that and more in the finale of What If Goku Had Frieza's Potential. As Beerus stands there in front of Goku, Goku's just very impressed to see this. Finally, watching Beerus use such a power. And Beerus is just as elated. He's been working so long for Ultra Instinct, and now he'll actually get to have an all-out battle with it. Not only does he have it, that's great as is, but he could actually use it against someone that could face him evenly. That's the most important part. Goku has seen flashes of Beerus using Ultra Instinct, but now he actually gets to fight it, seeing an Ultra Instinct god of destruction in his full glory. And before these two even fight, their power. It's so unfathomable. Both of them actually, just from them standing there, their power could be felt everywhere on Earth. Even people who can't sense God Ki, they could feel some sort of strange presence or something. They can't really put their fingers on it. On Earth, Vegeta, Nappa, and Broly feel this odd presence. Gohan and Goten not only feel the presence, but they sense the godly Ki. And Gohan smiles, so that's his dad's current power. King Kai could feel it on his planet. Shin and Kibito could feel it on their planet. The power emanates through the Galactic Patrol prison. The presence is overwhelmingly felt on planet Cereal. Any inhabited planet here feels it, even in other universes. Those who can sense God Ki are able to sense it. The Kais, the gods of destruction. Toppo notes this presence, and Jiren's surprised to hear this from him. Their power could be sensed all the way over here? The two are powered up to their maximum. Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus full power Ultra Instinct Beerus. With Beerus using the combination of his god of destruction powers and Ultra Instinct. The power of a destroyer and an angel in one. But there is one thing that annoys Beerus, and Goku too. Goku can't breathe in space. A very strange limitation for someone as strong as him. But a simple fix by Whis. A strange presence coats him, and then he feels normal again. Whis tells him he's granted Goku the ability to breathe in space, at least temporarily, essentially having his own atmosphere. Goku thanks Whis, as he and Beerus rise up, floating out of the atmosphere of Beerus' planet, ready for their battle. They're gonna start a little bit restrained at first, just to not accidentally destroy everything. Goku then vanishes, instantly flying across a huge portion of the universe, with Beerus chasing him down. The two streaks of light run parallel to each other. A whitish-bluish light, and a whitish-purple light. These lines can be seen throughout all of space, with some places in between where they intersect, and those are the points where Goku and Beerus clash. They're moving so quickly that after images can be seen. Not that anyone else is witnessing the battle anyways, because of how quickly it's happening and where it's happening. Wherever they fly through, their auras are bright enough to illuminate everything. The two continue clashing rapidly. Each of them seems even at the moment. When they clash, there's no difference in power. But that's when they clash, because sometimes each of them is able to dodge the other. They are both using Ultra Instinct after all. Each of them perfectly counters and parries the other, but it's an endless cycle of them not hitting each other at some point. So, Goku decides to showcase more power, in order to get more speed so he can actually hit Beerus. But Beerus does the same, and suddenly, they find themselves somewhere that isn't actually where they were before. They're in the world of Void. Whis took them here to avoid breaking stuff in that universe. This was the plan all along. He wanted to let them fight in Universe 7 for a bit, and before things got too bad, he would take them here. Whis is surprised as two other people appear in the world of Void. It's Zeno and the Grand Priest. They knew of this fight going on, and Zeno really wanted to see it. It could be pretty interesting to watch, and Whis welcomes them here. In an infinite void of nothingness, the two of them are able to fight to their heart's content. The two power up even further, shaking the entire world of Void. The Grand Priest even comments, wondering if even this realm can contain that power. The two continue clashing with even more speed and power than before. Each time they collide shakes the Void a little bit more than the last time, and that's when they do collide. Beerus starts talking to Goku, telling him he needs to be the next god of destruction. With power like that, he could use it to ensure a better future for Universe 7 and the multiverse. Also, he'll get to have more cool fights like this, not just with Beerus, but with anybody else whom he decides could be a great rival. Goku's still not sure, but Beerus tells him to look at himself. That strength. Is he really even immortal anymore? He's a god already, not just figuratively, but literally. And he tells Goku to think on it, and they get right back into the battle. The battle continues, but it's not even forever. Eventually, a victor is decided. Exhausted, with a decisive final blow, Goku is able to knock Beerus out. That was an incredibly fun battle, one that's rare with someone with a power like his, fighting someone who's that close to him in terms of power. He knows how much Beerus has been training, and the great powers he had beforehand too. But Goku cemented his position. He's the strongest in the universe. Probably the multiverse too. Goku returns to Earth, and he has to discuss something with the others. That proposition that Beerus had for him. He doesn't really like the idea of being a god of destruction, but think of it, all the good that he could do. Beerus has continuously tried to convince him here. If he doesn't like how God of Destructions act, he could change that, if he is one. And he's not too sure on the idea. He knows that he has the power to back it up, but could he really be a God of Destruction? That doesn't seem like him. And his family has some points to make. Chi-Chi thinks the idea is really cool, and even if he's not necessarily making money, she'll be married to a god and he'll be happy doing this. That's kinda awesome. It's a win-win for both of them. Of course, she's considering Goku's happiness too. And the fact that he's questioning it and not just outright denying it means that he might have a good time doing it. He doesn't really want to leave Earth though, but that's the thing. He'll still get to see his friends and family. He'll just have new responsibilities. Hell, he doesn't even need to live on Beerus' planet. He's a god of destruction, he could do whatever the hell he wants. He could still stay on Earth. A much different future is in store for Universe 7 with a different destroyer. And after some hard thinking, discussing with his friends, and some push from Beerus, Goku eventually decides to go for it. An absolutely insane development that amazes the others once they hear it, especially the other three Saiyans. They can't believe it. Kakarot becoming a god of destruction. I mean, Vegeta always knew he was incredibly powerful. He had some sort of insane potential after all, and now he's this. Also, Goku does get to meet Broly. Interesting, another new Saiyan out here, and it gets him thinking about the possibilities of being a god of destruction. He'll be able to go around all these different planets, possibly finding even stronger people. People like Broly that they didn't know existed before. It's just like Beerus said, he can continue having these great fights with others, pushing other mortals to become powerful too. But Gohan does have a request. If Goku's gonna become a god of destruction, there's one thing that he needs to do. They need to keep sparring, but before he ascends to true godhood, they need to have a battle as well. Goku was able to fight with Beerus, so Gohan should be able to fight with Goku too. And Goku's surprised to hear this. He knows Gohan's incredibly powerful, but he never even considered. Gohan's another rival of his, someone who could have similar strength to him. He might not have a technique as amazing as Ultra Instinct, but in terms of raw power, this could be an interesting fight. And he's not going to turn it down. It's Goku. He's not going to turn down a fight, especially against someone like his own son. And he's interested. It'll be a great way for him to see Gohan's power. He hasn't really gotten to see how much Gohan's grown lately. He knows he has, as well as Goten. I mean, he did watch Goten's battle with Broly from Beerus' planet. And even though Goten's powerful, Gohan's on a new level, due to his really weird circumstances with the whole Gohan Black thing. So, just like with Goku and Beerus, Whis takes them to the world of Void. And of course, Zeno's there as a spectator this time too. This kinda terrifies Gohan, but Goku tells him not to be worried. Zeno just wants to watch for entertainment, and he even laughs to himself. Someday, they'll be past Zeno's level of power anyways. That's a new height to shoot for. The two power up. Goku once again goes into Ultra Super Saiyan 4, with Gohan going into Super Saiyan 4 Rose. And Goku gets to really see how much Gohan's grown, now sensing his power at his fullest. And the battle begins. Goku comes to learn quickly. Gohan hasn't just grown in his strength, he has grown in techniques. Goku kinda underestimated him here. Yeah, Ultra Instinct's amazing, but Gohan has his own techniques now. The body that he's using, the one that was used by Gohan Black. We saw that Goku Black was able to inherit powers from Goku, so the inverse is true too. Gohan's able to inherit Zamasu's powers, the magical abilities and techniques of a Kai. One of the most useful of them being the Kai Kai, allowing Gohan to teleport anywhere during the battle. They are fighting at immense speeds regardless, but being able to teleport like this, it gives Gohan a little bit of an advantage in terms of movement. Goku's able to dodge a lot of Gohan's attacks, but even when he does, Gohan's able to try and counterattack. He's attacking quickly, fighting offensively, while Goku's dodging quickly, fighting defensively. Every time Goku dodges, Gohan tries another attack, and Goku just has to dodge it again. Gohan's trying to wear him out. And as Goku dodges all these attacks, suddenly, he's attacked from behind too. Blocks Akachi Kachi and fly in from behind him. And Goku's able to destroy them effortlessly, of course, but they serve as a distraction still. He's surrounded by them. At every angle around him, hundreds of blocks of them fly towards him. And Gohan teleports between the blocks, jumping from each one, launching attacks from all different angles at Goku. Goku stands there, dodging everything that's flying towards him. It then feels a strange sensation. He's held there in place. Gohan's paralyzing him. Goku struggles to break free. The two are very similar in terms of power after all. And as Goku tries to break free, he watches as all the blocks fly towards him, closing in on his location, alongside a bunch of blasts that Gohan launched when jumping between the blocks. They all coalesce into one spot, hitting Goku head on, and he can't dodge because he was held in place. It deals a good amount of damage, but Gohan lets go with the spell, and Goku then breaks free from everything surrounding him. He seems injured, and he's breathing heavily, and he looks at Gohan, smiling. He should have expected this. Even with a great power like Ultra Instinct, Gohan is still a tough opponent. He's figuring out smart ways to work around that. The battle continues in this realm, with Beerus being a spectator this time, and he's amazed to see this. Of course, he got to experience it firsthand, but watching it again, it's awesome. And Whis looks over at Beerus. He tells Beerus that he'll be under Goku's command soon enough, and Beerus knows. Watching Goku utilize power like this, he knows that the universe will be in good hands. But there's something incredibly shocking about this entire fight. As they watch, they realize something. Goku does have an amazing power with Ultra Instinct, but Gohan has some great techniques of his own. And due to him having higher potential than Goku, he might have actually grown stronger than Goku since they last saw him, utilizing these new abilities that he inherited from the Kais, as well as utilizing his own power, his latent potential and such. The battle continues and Beerus' jaw drops as he watches. Gohan's figuring out more ways to counter Ultra Instinct, just like he did before. And there's a very shocking outcome. Goku's eventually worn out, dropping out of Ultra Super Saiyan 4. He's taken so much damage and used so much power at this point that he just goes to normal Ultra Instinct. Still very powerful, of course, especially in Goku's hands, but it makes the gap so big that Gohan's able to win here. Whis heals them both up after the battle, and Zeno had a lot of fun watching all of this. Universe 7 is definitely in good hands, but he is intrigued by Goku's son, and Goku's not too worried. This will only encourage him to push himself further. As a god of destruction, he does need to maintain his spot, and if Gohan actually is ahead of him, Goku will do whatever it takes to become stronger, and Gohan says he'll keep pushing himself too. Their rivalry will continue, as will their bond as father and son, also master and student. We fast forward a bit, probably a few weeks in the future. Beerus officially retires from his position. He'll stick around, but this is the official end of him being a god of destruction. He does still retain a lot of amazing power after all. Even though he gives up the title, he's still free to do whatever he wants. Well, besides the duties of a god of destruction, of course. He thanks Whis for his millions of years of service and teachings. He was a great teacher and a great colleague, as well as a good friend. Whis tells Beerus to stop. He's gonna make him cry. He sticks out a hand at Beerus, and instead of shaking it, Beerus goes in and hugs Whis. Come on, after millions of years, they're closer than just a handshake. And now, Whis will be Goku's attendant, not Beerus's. It's a bittersweet departure for Beerus, and he could stay in Universe 7, but at least for the time being, he's gonna actually go somewhere else. He's going to Universe 6. He's gonna live alongside Champa in order to help him find his god of destruction for Universe 6. Champa's been thinking the same thing that Beerus did. I mean, they are the same age after all, and he probably wants to retire soon as well. Who knows? Maybe they could find someone just as strong as Goku in Universe 6. Maybe that person hasn't been born yet, or maybe they're already alive and they just haven't been discovered. Either way though, Beerus is gonna assist his brother. It's not just that though. It's about time that he's formed a better bond with Champa. As gods of destruction, they don't really get to interact too much. Yeah, occasionally they get to see each other, but they bicker too much. They could definitely grow closer, just like Goku and Gohan. Beerus has seen how Goku acts with his family, how close he is with everyone there, and it makes Beerus actually want to seek out the same thing. Goku is able to grow so strong with all those people supporting him, and also is so happy to have all those people around him. And Beerus doesn't want to take that for granted anymore. He's going to form a better bond with Champa. This is his chance. It's not only going to help Champa find his god of destruction, but it'll help him find a new bond with his brother. While everyone's on Beerus' planet, they watch. A small portal opens behind Beerus. He sticks out a hand to Goku, saying that it's been fun. And Goku shakes it. And weirdly enough, he hugs Beerus too, just like he did with Whis. He thanks Beerus for everything. Beerus is taken aback, but then smiles, returning the hug. He's finally found his rival, and was bested. He found that Super Saiyan God, and someone who was even stronger than him. He walks through the portal going towards Universe 6, but he turns back to Goku and Gohan. Just because he's retiring doesn't mean he's losing his power. He smirks, and he tells them he'll be back to fight again, and he'll probably be even stronger than before. Hell, maybe he'll bring Champa along too. Maybe Champa will have Ultra Instinct as well. Instead of 1v1, how about a 2v2? Beerus and Champa versus Goku and Gohan. Former gods of destruction versus the new god of destruction Universe 7 and his son. He chuckles to himself, lifting his hands behind his head as he walks through the portal casually. The portal closes, and Whis turns over to Goku, wiping a single tear from his eyes, trying to act cordial. Whis taps his staff on the ground, and Goku's attire then changes, looking kinda like what Beerus had. He'd like to formally introduce Universe 7's new god of destruction, Goku. Although, God of Destruction isn't really a proper title. That's not who Goku is. This is something completely different. A big change is not just about to happen in this universe, but the multiverse too. Maybe there'll be more gods like Goku soon, in tune with their mortal side, but also having the power of a god of destruction to back it up. Beerus' planet becomes Goku's planet. Although, just like he mentioned before, he's not going to stay here. His first request to Whis is to take them somewhere. They want to go back to Earth. This planet will be nice to go to from time to time, but it's not going to be their permanent residence. Whis smiles, happy to do this for Goku. Goku's family all stand nearby Whis, as they then all head towards Earth. Goku's planet in this realm sits there, now being temporarily uninhabited. A new future awaits Universe 7, and the future is bright. This is where the story ends. So, what did you guys think about this series? I'm not gonna lie, I was hesitant to do this scenario because I wasn't really too fond of the concept, but I think I was able to make it pretty fun and interesting. Hopefully you guys thought the same. I had fun covering it, and I like how it turned out at the end. If you liked the video, be sure to drop a like, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Anyways, thank you all for watching, thanks for supporting the channel and the scenario, and I'll see you all in my next video.